YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with this horrific story, you guys. This jealous woman deletes her boyfriend's mother and young nephews in a house fire. But this is a horrible story, and it points to a lot of the craziness that a lot of women have, and it's being unchecked. And then this is when stuff like this happens, in my opinion. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip that I have for you guys, and then we're gonna continue. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
And I mean, never at his mother's. I would never anyone that means that much to that boy. I wouldn't harm any creature. So understand this. I did not those kids or their grandmother. I was not there.
This is Abiana Williams. The police believe she is responsible for the of 53-year-old Melissa Weston and her two small grandchildren she was watching.
Williams threw a brick through the home of her boyfriend's mother, 53-year-old Melissa Weston, then set the house on fire. Weston and her two young grandchildren in that fire. This happened back in September of 2020 on Elizabeth Street in Lansing.
According to the arrest report, Abiana threw a brick through the front window, asked a neighbor to borrow a lighter, then lit the couch and curtains on fire through the broken window. Within minutes, the house was engulfed in flames.
This is horrible. This is horrible behavior. So according to the article on this story, this woman was convicted of deleting two young boys and their grandmother. The jury took less than 2 hours in April of 2020 to convict. Her name is Abiana Williams of 3 counts of arson and 3 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Melissa Weston, who was 53, Ashton Griffin, who was 8, and Jesse Klein, the 4th, who was only 4 years old. So she took the lives of these innocent people because she got in her feelings and was mad at. This is insane. This is why I say these women have to be monitored. This is crazy. Once again, she threw the darn brick through a front window, stopped to ask a neighbor if she could borrow a lighter, and then lit Weston's couch and curtains on fire. According to testimony during the trial, within minutes the house was engulfed in flames, and didn't care about who was in there. I mean, this is not good. This is crazy as hell. So these 3 innocent people lost their lives because of her reckless mentality. Nobody is paying attention to that. Oh, that's just how they are. Oh my God, what, she has a reason. And everybody makes excuses for the behavior leading up to this. But then once you take somebody's life, okay, now what? This is something that could have been avoided. But this is why these stories are so cringe for me, because I just see the nature, and I see how a lot of women have been coddled based on their reckless mindset, and nobody cares to say or do anything or try to get these women help, because a lot of these women are walking around, I said this before, mentally challenged, and nobody is doing anything about it until something like this happens. So this is crazy that these people had to lose their lives behind her reckless mentality. And also she's ruined her life as well. So you ruin all these people's lives, including your own, because you don't know how to manage your anger, and you're just reckless, and it's been gone unchecked. So this young woman was she was charged, and from what I'm seeing, she was sentenced to life in prison without any parole. She don't have any possible chance of getting out, as she should. But it's unfortunate that these people had to lose their lives because of her reckless behavior. But where are the individuals who are speaking to this mentality? Where are the people who are speaking out about the nature of a lot of women and what women go through? Even if you are a woman who's gone through some turmoil in your life, how are you dealing with that? Who are you taking this out on? Because we see a lot of parents sometimes take this out on the kids. Their mental disorders end up triggering them, and they do something to their kids. We see people take it out on their family members. They take it out on their spouses. This is a real thing, but we walk around and allow women to go out and just create these narratives that men are always the problem for everything that happens, everything that occurs. Oh, the men are so horrible. Men are just so bad. And I'm not saying that all men are just so great. No, but what we got to recognize and understand that there are a lot of women out here who have been disturbed, distraught, and nobody's checking on them because they look good. They don't seem like anything is wrong with them. But underneath the surface of all of that, it's a cover up. They're barely surviving mentally until they snap. And that's just crazy. And when that happens, unfortunately, people lose their lives. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a real issue that people have to look at. Oh, you can't tell a black woman anything. You can't tell. And I think this goes across the spectrum for any women. But when it comes to black women, and let's just be honest, I'm a black woman and I see this happening every day. How black women do things, and oh, because you're a black woman, you shouldn't, there needs to be excuses for you. Oh, we need to have more sympathy, feel sorry. No, let's work on the issues before we get to that point. If there are women out here who act this way and have horrible behavior and they're aggressive and abusive, because they are out there, they need help. We need to stop coddling these women and making them think that their behavior is okay, but rather get them some help. Get them into some type of therapy to deal with their emotions and their feelings and not go off the handle, because either they're going to do harm to themselves or do harm to somebody else close to them. And so when you see a lot of these women who are having mental breakdowns and having issues and they've tried to get help, we need to focus on prevention and trying to get help for these women, because like I say, everything that glistens isn't gold. Everything that looks good is not always intact. And instead of talking about these boss chicks and we got it made and we do what we want and we want all this and all, we need to be focused on healthy individuals, mental health, because it's a real thing. And now, in this day and age, we have access to therapy. You can actually get help, as opposed to walking around here thinking that this behavior is okay. You can lash out and hit people and do whatever you want, and that's okay. No, because it could lead to something more serious. And I don't take it lightly. And I don't think anybody should, because it just may cost you your life. You never know if you're dealing with somebody who acts in an aggressive manner, who likes to put their hands on you. I'm talking about whether it's a woman or a man, but in this case, we're talking about women, because women being abusive to men or anybody else is not looked at the same way as an abusive man. And we got to start looking at it as equal. We got to look at both sides as equal danger, not just that when a man is abusive, oh my God, we got to focus and make sure, but we also got to focus on these women too, because these women can cause harm as well. They could do things that could take away somebody's livelihood just as well as a man could. So we got to stop putting a band-aid on it and acting as if it doesn't exist, and oh, they're just aggressive in nature, oh, they're just this, and oh my God, she can do whatever she wants, and until it's a problem. Because remember, it's not a problem until it's a problem. Now you end up in a situation like this when you let your emotions and your feelings and your anger just take control, and you do something that you're going to regret for the rest of your life. Something needs to be done about that, because while the focus is always on the men, they're not focusing on the women. And we see women do all types of strange things all the time. So something has to change. I think we got to stop dismissing the fact that women can be just as dangerous as men. Stop just coddling them and making it seem like, oh, she's a woman. Oh, well, she's innocent. When we know that women commit crimes just like men. So baby, listen, I want y'all to chime in. Let me know what y'all think of this story. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.